I forgot to mute my mic. Welcome everybody. This is the Stanley Parable. Wanted to play this for a while. This might be a one take type of thing here. So I make sure all of our stuff is good. Yep. Okay. I think all this is good. So anyways, I'm ready to do this. I don't know about you guys. Let's get right into it. So this is Stanley Parable. Woo! I've opened up this game once before to make sure that this game like works properly on this PC. And I've watched Markiplier play this before, and which is why I'm actually kind of entertained in this game. So, here we are. The end is never, the end is never, the end is never. This will be a pro move if the game's already broken. So yeah, thought we switch it up. We play a PC game today. Thought, why wouldn't I?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
427?
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
He pushed buttons on a keyboard, what?
Monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-lifting, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at this for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him
I might have to go in the settings real quick.
call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses...
That's good, that's good. I broke the game. Oh, no. Never mind. We're good.
He got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, maybe I
No
have.
matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Huh. Where'd they all go? I'm all alone. No. Board. Oh wow, a lot of room numbers. Huh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You know what, we'll go, we'll just start out with the left door, why not?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Ooh, how to solve this feud. Code word, will it ball up inside you, take out a passive. Ah. Oh, really, this is, wow, that's all, useful tips here. Oh, what's this? What do people want? Things, money? Of course they want money. Like... Okay, this is all too smart for me right here.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Going upstairs, okay. Ooh. It's very... Huh.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code.
Hey, it's
by
because
sheer
you
luck.
gave me the
Amazing.
key code.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, dark corner. Okay. Well, send me down this way. I don't know if this is gonna go up on YouTube or not. It'll be a good
Descending deeper into the
question.
building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Ooh.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
What?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh, that door is closed. Okay. Well, we're already doing it.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Huh. Okay, then.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Oh god, this is so dumb.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Hey, freedom.
Even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking,
Hey, it's trees.
but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Okay. Achievement unlock, beat the game. Alright. Oh, game starts again. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Game never ends,
Stanley
by the way.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Mostly just playing this to chill.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We're going right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Okay. Continuing on.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you.
I could go that
all
way
this
if I wanted to,
time.
right?
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Oh, really?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her.
Okay, I picked up the phone. I might not upload this, I don't know.
Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley.
Okay,
I'm trying
look,
to
I
get you
know
to
I'm
see
an anime
something.
weeb, but come
inside.
on, do you really have
Let
to
me show
do
you
me
what's
like
really
that?
going on here. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Do I have to press it?
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to
Oh my god. So dumb.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and
Everything's turned into
destinations.
the into
Down
an
one
office.
path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer.
Aww.
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, Watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. Told me not to do it. See, that clock will probably change. If I wait long enough. Alright. You know what? Let's just press the button.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see?
Jeez.
How can I make him look at himself?
Make me press another button.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose.
I don't know,
once
maybe?
more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must.
This game's so dumb.
Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I
Oh, was that it? Was that it? Was that the end of that one? Yes, it...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
That's
decided
different.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This is different.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
totally.
just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Let's go this way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
I'm sure you're
I'm
going
not
that way
judging
now.
you, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, let me stop
So
you.
stupid.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see?
Neko women?
Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Did it reset the game again?
In
Oh,
this
wait.
game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice.
Okay.
But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
This is so stupid. It really is. It's just stupid. You know what? Let's see you flame up.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Okay. Minecraft.
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy.
Boo! It sucks.
But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
I'm gonna have to go in there, aren't I? Yep.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Okay.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light? Oh, no, no,
You know,
no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Yeah, I got stuck there. Do 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 do. I hear Portal. Yep.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love
I know what it is.
You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
It's amazing they got permission to use this game. Oh, wait.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
I know how this works, but the
Genius.
companion cube on this. Then.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games. And I highly doubt you're any...
What's this? Okay. Okay, then. It's so dark here. Oh, hey, there's light. What do I actually do?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
So is that it? New playthrough? Yep.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Wait a minute. I can interact with the computers, what? Huh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No, there's entertaining stuff here.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Is he gonna do
It was
something?
baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Okay.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around
Yes.
doing nothing? Why?
Because it's
Please offer me some
entertaining.
explanation here. I'm genuinely confused. You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Will this actually be an ending? Hold on.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Oh man, that's kind of mean, dude.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming. so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Can I stay? I'm gonna give it a couple seconds. No? Okay.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single
am I going in
moment
circles
for no
now?
reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he
Yo, what's up,
went?
Desert
And for
Eagle
that
Gaming?
matter,
How am I
these
doing? I'm
rooms
doing
were
pretty
starting to
good.
look pretty
Just
familiar.
chilling
Were
here.
they simply
So you got tired of World
No,
War
Stanley said to
II.
himself, this is all too
You know what?
strange.
I
This
wanted to
can't
play
be
something
real.
different.
At last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He
Just,
hadn't found the words for it.
Some good old Stanley
I'm
Parable. Oh, I think these
dreaming,
change.
he yelled. This is all a dream.
This game's just
finally
kind
found an
of
answer,
dumber than
an
I remembered
explanation.
from watching
His co-workers
Markiplier
weren't
play
actually
this.
gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon.
How are you
Go
doing,
back to
my friend?
boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star.
Okay.
And it too appeared. It was so much fun. And Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's
Why don't I
head.
pinch
One, he
myself?
was amazed
You're
he
good. It's
hadn't
good to
asked
hear,
himself
Eagle.
why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Wait a minute. I never
Now
thought
the
of that.
voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course...
Is this
this
gonna
was
be
not
never
a dream.
ending? Is
How
this
could it
what's
be?
gonna happen?
Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley
Okay, I
is
guess
as
I
awake
can't,
right now
turn
as
around.
he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control. That this was a dream.
I don't know. I'm going in circles right now. I don't know if I'm really in control of
And he
anything.
invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
Yep, totally
Let me
over.
go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life.
Let me guess. I'm gonna open my
exactly the way
eyes
it's
and I'm
always
still gonna
been.
be here, aren't I?
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming.
Ah! Ah!
Someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office.
This is
I am
so
real.
stupid.
Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
He is okay, but what is okay exactly?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed.
I thought this was
gathered
called
her
the Stanley
belongings,
Parable.
and walked to her place of
Oh.
work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town,
Oh, so I'm
talking
dead.
and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be
Tweety,
normal.
yeah, hope it helps. So
I
thank you
am
there,
sane.
Desert
I
Eagle.
am in control of my
I
mind.
appreciate all the
I
support,
know
my
what is
dude.
real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there.
So does she
staring
leave
down
me
at the
there
body. And then she
dead?
turned and
Is that what?
ran.
Yeah, she leaves me there dead, okay. That's what you do? Yeah, man. People like you are awesome. Just like all the other people and supportive creators. Which, quick advertisement real quick. Supportive creators, go check them out. Awesome community I'm with. Can I press buttons? No? Okay.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any
Oh,
time
really?
you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Okay, everybody, remember, stay away from, recorded messages. Can you post a link to the SC Discord in my chat? Hey, if you want, man. I'd appreciate it. This desk is missing a computer. It just has a pencil sharpener. Okay. People leaving their computers on. How dare they? They're wasting energy. How dare these people? Wait. Input received, what? Okay. Bunch of desk.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, let's go this way again.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. Going away.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he
And
wasn't
actually, oh
5
yeah, actually,
years
Desert
ago.
Eagle, you, like, the command, SC, like, exclamation point SC there, Desert Eagle, actually goes to the, supportive creators.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy.
I don't know
really.
why I read that. I don't know why I read that
realize
message
investing
in a
your
different way.
trust
I'm
in someone
going
else
dumb
can
dumb.
be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully,
sure.
This is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time?
Sure.
The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Okay. Where's this lead?
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Dark, ominous room, okay.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right
This looks like
here,
one of these VR
right in this
things
moment
you
with
would be
this
in.
place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, is this what people on crack see? Just kidding. Just kidding. But you know, in all seriousness, like this kind of feels like something you would go into like a VR headset for. I don't know if that counts as epilepsy warning right there.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Okay. Hey, there's everything.
Where were we?
We're looking at all this beautiful stuff here. That's what we were doing. You're not gonna try to stop me? Okay.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Okay. Not. Wee stairs, yay! DM you a link to other support Discords. Link in the Discord. Alright there, does a deal. Thank you.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Should I do it?
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
There's too much times! Ah! Wait a minute.
Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now,
I'll like it there
please get
too.
back to the other
Don't.
room.
It's okay. We have zero fall
what are you
damage. We'll be
doing,
fine.
Stanley, please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Hey, look, it's fine. Look, I'm fine. See, I'm
Stanley,
good.
Let's go back to the other room. Can you do that
Okay,
for
now
me?
we're just gonna do it one more time. One last
My
time.
God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it?
Nah, I'm just doing
You're
this one more
literally
time for the
willing to
hell
kill
of it.
yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting it. Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
Oh wow, all this was
I wanted us
changing.
to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I wish I still thought that was possible.
What? Look at this. Funny game? Yeah, it is. I remember watching Markiplier play this, like, years back. Got entertained by this, and since, like, I don't know how long ago this was, that this went free on Epic Games Store, that, like, I was interested in playing this, I downloaded it. Like, I don't remember, like, half the stuff, but I still remember some of the stuff. But some of the stuff was just right out ridiculous in this game. Is this it? Is this all this area is up here? Is, like, the game ever gonna end up? Okay, you know what? All right, you know what? I'm ready for more choices. All right, this is boring. I'm ready to go through more doors. Until then, I'm just gonna keep jumping off. I'm just gonna keep jumping off this. Got a clip for me? All right. I don't mind watching it.
Is it over?
Oh.
It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Over and over. Oh, hey, thank you for that. You actually clipped that. You know what? I'll include that in the compilation whenever, like, I have enough stuff. Oh, this is different.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find
These
a trace
people
of
leaving
his
their
co-workers.
goddamn computers on. It's not good for the environment. I mean, if you were farming, that okay might be an excuse, but other than that, turn.
Oh my God!
Supportive creators with a raid party of 4. How are you doing, SC community? Thank you very much for that raid from the SC channel. Did the chat? Wait, did my chat freeze on me? Hold on. Hang on, let me fix this. Okay. There we go. Had to fix something on me.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You know what? Should I go left or right? How is everybody in the SC community doing today? Let's go left. I know of another ending I could try going for.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
No.
Stanley decided
I went the
to
wrong
go
way.
up to his boss's office.
I shouldn't have gone
hoping
this
he
way.
might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What's up, Zero Latte? How's it going? Yeah, I remember you from Kate's stream. Oh wait, what? There's this? Aw, what's the point of that? What's the point of that? Why pointing the gun at that panda bear, huh? Jeez, the nerve of some people. Boop. Should have went right by the odds. Yeah. Thank you for the 100 bits there, Zero Cool Latte Lurk Biddies. Thank you there. And also, I don't know if anyone knows this, you can actually get free emotes for cheering and subbing, gifting subs for Pride Month. There's like 15 emotes. Am I right? Yeah. I'm trying to like find as many endings as I can here in like one stream. Also, let's just talk about this elevator music real quick. This is kind of chill. Dun, dun. Wait, am I actually going anywhere or no? Okay, the elevator is broken. It's not even going up or down. What a ripoff of my time.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk.
What about,
books off the
69,
shelf, looking
69?
behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation.
It would have been funny if they made
But his
a
attention
little
was caught
code
by
in there
keypad
as a joke
behind
for that.
the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin. Stanley was in such a rush
Sounds like
to get
the
through
music
story
they had
as
at your
quickly
last
as
job?
possible, he didn't
Oh, the
even
elevator
have a
music?
single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't
The
healthy,
narrator's
so
getting
he
mad at me.
relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
Wait, did I say those are your first bits? What?
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
First bits. Well, you're actually the highest. Well, the first bits today, but you're the highest one. So you're the first one to put like 100 bits at one time, though. Highest amount of bits at like one time. So here's my second. Thank you there for another 100 bits there, Zero Cool Latte. That's actually, that rolls off the tongue pretty nice. And a third. And then thank you for another 100. And I believe that should be, I believe if you haven't already, I think that gives people some emotes in chat. Is that right? Thank you there for the 300 emotes, and you overtaken Fiend Sonic on the bit leaderboard.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control
I'm going
Facility.
this way now.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his
Thank you very much, Zero. I really appreciate that.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn
Nope,
around
we're
and
going
get
this
back
way.
on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
No problem showing the love. Gotta go, my dude. Have a good stream. Well, thank you there, Zero Cool Latte. Good to see you. Come by, Oh, wow, we're not dead from that. Always a pleasure to see you around also. Yeah, man. It's always good to see people from SC.
He reflected that his life had been of no consequence.
Oh, I'm gonna get crushed, aren't I?
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Ah! Wait. I got money. Just kidding.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly
Who's
into
this?
the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing
Everything's
him
frozen, what?
instantly.
Okay.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was
You
going
know
to
what I'm thinking
accomplish?
about now? Like, since we're playing the Stanley Parable, I'm thinking about that one game in the PS5 reveal. I forgot what it was called. It was the woman like going in through a time loop. Like it's supposed to be like some new horror game for the PS5, and she keeps going in some sort of death loop. What was that game called?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit
Office
start?
layout. Wait, so this is all set up. I'm a lie. What? It's over here. What's up, Fiend Sonic? My channel's a big fat confusing lie. Everything here is a big fat confusing lie. 2020 is a big fat confusing lie. Maybe I'm not even actually sitting here behind this desk playing the Stanley Parable. Maybe I'm still playing Call of Duty. Who knows? Huh. Interesting. How are you doing today, Finn? Freedom ending. Okay, yeah, that's one of them we got. Huh. Did you see what Doc Brown said to Marty at the end of Back to the Future Part 3? He said, don't set the time machine in 2020, whatever you do. And here we are, 2020. A lot of things happening. Coronavirus, you know, a lot of fun. Have an awesome day. That's good to hear, man. Warzone. Dude, this game's already making fun of the narrator. What do you mean? Okay, oh, do I have to go back now? Time wrap up a few. You see him again in Call of Duty. Time war. Oh yeah, backward. Yeah. This game is confusing like my channel. Exactly. You know, the point. Oh, do I actually have to reset the game myself here? Or is there a opening somewhere I'm not seeing yet? Wait, what about these doors? I might actually have to reset the game myself, actually. Yep. If it's this game you heard resetting the channel, does wonders.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Yes. We're all confused most of the time, so it's normal. Exactly. Here inside the Coast Theater, it's confusing times. Like, exactly why is everything behind me not a theater setting, you know? That's the type of stuff we have to wonder. Maybe I'm crazy. Who knows?
When Stanley came to a set of
So I
two
hired
open
Stanley
doors,
and
he
permanently
entered the
fired
door on his
Timmy.
left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
I don't know. I
just
don't
to
know. Maybe
admire
this
it.
time loop is Timmy's fault. Who knows?
Standing
For those who
down
don't
this
know,
incredible
Timmy
room,
is just a
Stanley
channel
thought
joke
but
around
eager
here.
To get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible.
So
he
this is
wasn't
Stanley's resume.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Uh.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that
All right, I know another ending I can go for you. How do I get the ending with the yellow
someone you've
line?
been neglecting,
Does
Stanley.
anyone know that ending?
Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not
Doesn't
asking
have a
for
leg
me.
to stand on with this resume.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone?
Yes, I
But
did.
that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No.
Never seen
it's
this game
definitely
before
here,
before
clear as
today.
day.
All right.
Stanley picks
Oh, you
up
know
the
what?
phone.
That's good.
He's
Like,
taken
you
to the
know,
apartment where he
even
finds
though,
his
like, I've
wife,
watched
and the
this
two
game
pledge
before,
themselves to one another. Music
you know, it's
comes
good
in,
that
fade to
people
white,
watching
roll
here
credits.
today inside the
Not
Coast
picking up the
Theater
phone is
is
actually somehow an
experiencing this for the
incorrect course
first
of action.
time. Like, you
How
know,
is that even possible?
you know, that's
None
the
of
good
these
thing
decisions
here.
were
Like,
supposed to
even
mean
though,
anything.
like,
I
if
don't
I've already
understand.
played it, it's
How on
still
earth are
good
you
to
making
stream,
meaningful choices?
or not, well, not
But
played it, or
wait a second.
watched
Did I
the
just
game
see-
on YouTube. It's still
No,
good
that's
for,
not
you know,
possible. I
try to
can't believe
spread
it.
some
How had I
awareness
not noticed it
about the
sooner?
game. You're being
You're not
forced to
Stanley.
watch
You're
it,
a
help
real
you.
person.
Oh boy, what are you talking about, Fiend?
Can't believe I was so mistaken.
It's
This is
like
why
I
you've
would
been
ever
able to make
tie
correct
you
and
up in
incorrect
front of a
choices.
computer
And to think
on
I've
a
been letting
computer
you run
chair
around
and
in this game for so
have
long. If
your
you'd made any
link,
more wrong choices,
my
you might have
link to
negated
the
it
Twitch
entirely.
channel
It's
on
as
your
though you
computer
completely
screen
ignored even
with
the
your
most
eyelids
basic safety
forced
protocol
open. I
for
mean,
real
what?
world decision making, or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice.
You heard
It's
you
the
stupid
best
on
part
hope.
of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be
Oh,
the
wait,
most
what?
dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically
Be
set
on
fire
hold,
to
sure.
every
So
orphan
never worked.
living in a
So
30-kilometer
you're here
radius
trying
of
to
his
find your
house.
way.
Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes
throw the
sense,
kid
and
out?
at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you
hilarious.
cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying,
Throw
"My
you
goodness,
out?"
is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Wait, what? Practice? I have a French fry for a brain.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making
Okay,
process.
now that's just straight up
Most medical
stupidity right
professionals
there.
recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make
Come
more
on.
than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution
So
to
is
the
my
world, just
Hatsune
remember
Miku
that in
poster
the
back
vast
there meaningful?
infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems
Practice
are
leads to
materially
stupidity
insignificant,
according to
and the
Stanley.
feeling should subside.
Apparently.
At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back.
Oh.
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction.
Oh.
But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Okay. Well, we're backing away now. Oh, they built fences here so I wouldn't try to jump off.
Jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That
What on earth is going on?
We just
I don't
need to get
know.
you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
This game's not supposed to make sense. It's just basically a game. Like, this game isn't supposed to be, taken seriously, like my channel got. Yeah. Amazingly.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
Makes it look like you're not smart.
All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Boop. No, pull the plug again on the phone. You want me to do that again? Okay, you know what? We'll do that again.
No! Why did you do that? Hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Oh, look. Well, we can't go right because everything's just... Wait, can I interact? No, okay. Everything's just screwed up.
Oh, it's ruined.
Oh, God.
I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that you... My story. You've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Oh.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever.
Yes, I am
Now
clever.
Look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had
Yes.
to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn
In
good reason
case you
for
forgot,
it.
I'm the confused
That
host.
thought hadn't
I'm
even
an
occurred
idiot.
to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you. You're a child.
Yes, a child weeb in an
story.
18-year-old body.
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Hey, everything's normal.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yep. Oh, I should've went downstairs. Aw, too late.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it.
Ah.
Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown.
Night Draw 115.
He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
How do I speak? I don't know how to speak. I don't know English.
Stanley spoke the code.
Night Shark 115.
He spoke it into the receiver.
Okay, gotta go back. Good stream.
right
Well, thank you
there
there,
on the wall.
Desert Eagle Games, for stopping by the stream. A quick shout out to Desert Eagle Games over on Twitch.
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
And from
You
supportive
didn't mishear
creators.
me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story.
How do I
This is
speak?
a crucial step. Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
Cuts out.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, is that me?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please.
Hey, I see me.
I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me?
Oh, is this it?
Can you hear me?
Is this it?
Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something.
You know what, though? I think this... As much as I wanted to get some of the other endings, I think this would be an appropriate time to end it. Sad ending. I don't know, should I keep playing?
Are you there?
Or should I move on to another game?
Okay. It's okay, I can wait.
Because I could keep
You
going.
need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
This can't get any more sadder. Oh, it's okay. This game never ends anyway. So, you know, I could be here for 24 hours. You know, I could be here forever. All right, let's just keep
Someone
going
was
for now.
following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
26 hours is better.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first.
Gonna
just
watch
to
Star
admire
Trek
it.
right there, Desert Eagle.
Stanley felt lightheaded.
Hope you enjoy
butterflies
some
in his
Star
stomach.
Trek.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
What is this? Let's go 26 hours. You bring all parables nuts to watch your
Stanley didn't want
stream.
to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now, in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Okay, left.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Okay, fine. To the right.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left,
You know, you gotta
down,
think, like, someone
left, right.
worked hard
Yep, okay,
just to make
yes.
all
I've got
these
it now.
different
This story
endings
is
to this
absolutely,
game.
definitely this way.
Okay. Like, someone actually worked hard to make this.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than
Wanna
waste
get
my
ready
time
and then
trying
get
to
ready for
salvage
skeleton
this
fleets?
nonsense,
Alright there,
we'll just
Fiend.
restart the game from the
Thanks for dropping
beginning.
by.
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
Excuse you, ghost fleets? Oh yes.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We'll lurk and shirk in here until you end. Alright there, Fiend. Thank you. Like, I'm like going for like 30 more minutes, so won't be too much longer.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Okay. Finding the story, finding the story. Ba ba da ba ba. Oh boy, so many rooms. Will I ever find the story? Good question. Ba da ba da ba da ba.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why
Yep.
not?
Ah.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Yeah, what could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, now there's no doors.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we
Maybe.
go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Okay. How do you end up here?
Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
Nope.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Woo! Yay!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time, I have to restart.
Oh my god. I love this game. Oh, hey.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Hey.
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Cool. Goes a different way? Okay.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward,
story,
Stanley, to
yay.
destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably
You
conjugated
gotta
into being
follow the
by very
line, ladies and
manifestation
gentlemen.
of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on.
Is that blood?
That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. Ah. Interesting. Okay. Can we get music back, please?
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Oh. Wait, so it's going this way?
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Well, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Oh my god. Alright.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
Exactly.
We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious.
Yes.
Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay.
Yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path,
yeah.
a new story. Well, it could be anything.
Oh,
What do you
man.
want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination.
Oh.
Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Anime titties. Can that work?
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Okay.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision.
What's up,
From
Yorkin?
here, the story is in our control.
How you doing
we
today?
mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
So I know that each door has to lead somewhere.
Walking in
which means
circles.
that
Don't mind me.
The place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds.
What's the point of
with
this?
a
If you're gonna ask what the
reverse
point of this
door's
game
origin.
is, I
So
don't know.
starting from the right,
We're looking for a
let's
story.
ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Yes, sir.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Good. You started an expedition.
And the time
Right when we got a bunch of
stopped?
27 revolver rounds, 27
Does that
rounds,
mean,
14 revolver rounds. You also
did we
found
do
extra
it?
revolver.
Did
Oh,
we
are you
break
talking
the
about in the
cycle?
game you were talking about?
Whatever it is that made this schedule, how would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait.
Yeah,
You
long
know,
dark nights,
I
dude.
suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in
Yeah,
the
sure.
meantime, if you do happen to have a...
Was that normal? That actually scared me a bit. Alright, so let's be sure. Stand intense, okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yep.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Says I'm supposed to be
Yet
prevented.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office,
Okay.
hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. Is that it? Oh, hey, this is new. Oh, okay, that's... Alright.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Okay, yep. Aren't I supposed to be unable to play the game? Isn't that how this works? Blah, blah, blah.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with
Yeah,
television
there is one
screens.
more ending I'll go
What
for, and it's
horrible
like in
secret
here,
did
then
this
I'll end it
place
off, because I
hold?
don't know what
Stanley
else I
thought
could
to
do in
himself.
here, really.
Did he have the strength?
I think
to
I've done
find out?
everything I could think of.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced
What if I,
to
like,
images
press
on the
on?
screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
This
I'm trying to think about what I
mind
want to
control
play
facility, it was too
Saturday
horrible to
when I come
believe
back
it
to
couldn't be
streaming.
True. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Or, you know, I could do the exact opposite.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself? Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yeah.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you.
And press the green button.
Where we're going. what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this
I
so
can't
much.
figure this out.
You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You want to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds.
Yep, and I'm dead here soon.
No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Kaboom. Train go boom. So I think that's it. That's all I could really think of. I don't know, I don't know what else I can really do here.
Door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
I don't know. Alright. Well, I got no other ideas right now, so, thank you all for watching. For those on the YouTube end, move my stuff around real quick. If this made it up on the YouTube, I hope you guys enjoyed this random piece of events. This was an interesting game to play. I don't know what I'm going to do next, but thank you all so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later, and follow me on twitch.tv/confusedcoast. Peace.